The Young Entrepreneur Program is a multi-phase interactive program where students learn basic to advanced entrepreneurial principles and skills through use of training props, board games, online curriculum, and actual experience. In today's course, you will learn how to apply for tax exempt, how to fill out a form for business license, and how to open a bank account. This information will be presented to you by means of screencast videos. After viewing this video, if you have any questions about the content, questions about the course, or would like to know how you can make the Young Entrepreneur Program available to your school or organization, please contact us at contact@basescholars.org. Once your articles of incorporation for your nonprofit has been approved by your desired state, the next step is to apply for tax exempt status from the IRS. This status means that the nonprofit will be exempt from paying certain taxes, which may include exemption from paying tax on food and supplies. The form you will fill out for exempt status will depend on the expected yearly revenue of the organization. If you believe your organization will generate more than $50,000 in the first calendar year, then you will fill out Form 1023. There are many pages and parts to fill out with this form. If you believe your organization will generate less than $50,000 in the first calendar year, then you may fill out Form 1023-EZ, which can be filled out online and has less papers to complete. We're going to look at and go over a sample 1023-EZ eligibility worksheet. This worksheet is actually 23 pages long. That's because this form comes with instructions on how to complete it. Completing this form can be overwhelming. That's why we will do it together. We will only focus on what's necessary for this example. As you will notice from the heading of this page, this sheet must be completed before you can complete the online form. And if you answer yes to any question, you cannot fill out the online form. Question 1. Do you project that your annual gross receipts will exceed $50,000 in any of the next 3 years? No. Question 2. Have your annual gross receipts exceeded $50,000 in any of the past 3 years? No. Question 3. Do you have total assets, the fair market value of which is in excess of $250,000? No. Question 4. Were you formed under the laws of a foreign country? United States territories and possessions are not considered foreign countries. No. Question 5. Is your mailing address in a foreign country? United States territories and possessions are not considered foreign countries. No. Question 6. Are you a successor to or controlled by an entity suspended under Section 501P? No. Question 7. Are you organized as an entity other than a corporation, unincorporated association, or trust? No. 8. Are you formed as a for-profit entity? No. 9. Are you a successor to a for-profit entity? No. 10. Were you previously revoked, or are you a successor to a previously revoked organization? No. 11. Are you currently recognized as tax exempt under another section of IRC 501A, or were you previously exempt under another section of IRC 501A? No. 12. Are you a church or a convention or association of churches described in Section 170B1AI? No. 13. Are you a school, college, or university described in Section 170B1A2? No. 14. Are you a hospital or medical research organization described in Section 170B1A3, or a hospital organization described in Section 501R2A1? No. 15. Are you an agricultural research organization described in Section 170B 1A 9? No. Okay, click off and no. "16. Are you applying for exemption as a cooperative hospital service organization under Section 501E? No. 17. Are you applying for exemption as a cooperative service organization of operating educational organizations under Section 501F? No. 18. Are you applying for exemption as a qualified charitable risk pool under Section 501N? No. 19. Are you requesting classification as a supporting organization under Section 509A3? No. 20. Is a substantial purpose of your activities to provide assistance to individuals through credit counseling activities such as budgeting, personal finance, financial literacy, mortgage foreclosure assistance, or other consumer credit areas? No. 21. Do you or will you invest 5% or more of your total assets in securities or funds that are not publicly traded? No. 22. Do you participate or intend to participate in partnerships, including entities or arrangements treated as partnerships for federal tax purposes in which you share losses with partners other than Section 501c3 organizations? No. 23. Do you sell or intend to sell carbon credits or carbon offsets? No. 24. Are you a health maintenance organization? No. 25. Are you an accountable care organization or an organization that engages in or intends to engage in ACO activities or in activities unrelated to MSSP described in Notice 2011-20, 2011-16 IRB 652? No. 26. Do you maintain or intend to maintain one or more donor advised funds? No. 27. Are you organized and operated exclusively for testing for public safety and requesting a foundation classification under Section 509A4? No. 28. Are you requesting classification as a private operating foundation? No. 29. Are you applying for reinstatement under Section 4 of Rev Procedure 2014-11? And seeking to change your foundation classification from the classification you had at the time of your revocation? No. 30. Are you applying for retroactive reinstatement of exemption under Section 5 or 6 of Rev Procedure 2014-11 after being automatically revoked? No. And this is how you will fill out this worksheet if it applies to your business. As you can see, it can be time consuming and a bit confusing at times, so it is best that you get the expert legal advice before filling out the form. As we wrap up this lesson, consider the following questions. What status would a nonprofit apply for after its articles of incorporation has been approved? Which form would you fill out if you believe the nonprofit would generate less than $50,000 in the first calendar year? Depending on the type of business you've created, you will need to apply for a license or permit. The type of license required and the application and processing fees vary from state to state. There will be many questions that you must answer to determine which, if any, license or licenses are applicable to your business. Some of the licenses that your business may need will include a food permit, vendor permit, resale permit, employee health permit, etc. Once it is determined which license or licenses are applicable, the next step is to fill out the necessary form or forms and file them, along with the required filing fees. Many licenses are issued for a certain duration of time, meaning that you must renew the license in order to stay compliant with the laws of your particular state and to stay in business. We will go over and fill out a sample business permit for Divine Pizza LLC. This permit is known as Temporary Food Service Establishment Permit. This particular permit comes with the instructions on how to fill out the application. The top part of the application, underneath the title Application for New License or Permit, is a section that is titled For Office Use. You will not fill anything out in this section. You will fill out the application date, which in our example will be 4/10/2020. In the box below, we will enter the name of the license or permit, which in this case is Temporary Food Service Establishment Permit. In Section A, you will enter the name, address, and contact information of your business. In the box of name of corporation, partnership, etc., we will enter Divine Pizza LLC. In the trade name box, we will enter Not Applicable or NA. In the building number box, we will put 5555. In the street box, we will enter Fifth Avenue. In the city or town box, we will enter New York. In the state box, we will put NY. The zip code will be 10021. The date of birth box, we will not apply, so NA. In the telephone number box, we will enter the number of the business. In this case, it is 917-555-1234. The fax box, we can actually leave blank. The premises location box, we will just put store. Next, let's enter your business email address, which is contact@divinepizza.com. The optional section will not apply to you in this example. The last part of this section has two agreements for you to check. One is mandatory. In this example, we will check both. Section B is where you will enter the date you expect to start doing business. In this case, it will be 5/1/2020. Section C is where you will enter your New York State sales tax ID, which in this case is 01-1234567. The Social Security number and ITIN number boxes you can leave blank. Section D is the mailing address for the business, which in this case will be 5555 Fifth Avenue, Suite 201, New York, New York 10021. Section E is where you will list the names of the owners, partners, or corporate officers. The first name we will enter is Fortune Divine. Phone number 917-555-6789. Email address dfortune@divinepizza.com. Title, owner. Address, 5555 Fifth Avenue, Suite 201. City, New York. State, New York. Zip code 10021. The next name to enter is Winner David. Phone number 347-555-6767. Email address dwinner@divinepizza.com. Title, owner. Address, 5556 Fifth Avenue, Suite 310. City, New York. State, New York. Zip code 10021. Section F is where you will fill out the information for your workers' compensation insurance. Here you will have to choose the appropriate box as it applies to your current situation. For this example, we will choose the first box. Your carrier will be New York State Insurance Fund, or NYSIF. The policy number is 123456789. And the expiration date is 4/1/21. After these sections are completed, you will sign the form, enter your title and telephone number, and check whether you are over the age of 18. If you're interested in voting, you can check yes in the box below, or you can check no. Attached to this application are affidavits that will need to be filled out as well. Affidavits are just legal verifications of identification. We will not fill any of these out now. That will be reserved for a future lesson. As we wrap up this lesson, here is a question to consider. What was the most challenging about filling out the form?
I've had this problem.
Big problem.
I really needed.
A good housekeeper.
And I kept searching and searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes. Thank you.
If you were looking for one as well,
Look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine.
Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend. Problem gone.
thank you.
After receiving confirmation that your articles of incorporation has been granted, and after receiving confirmation that your employee identification number has been assigned, the next step you may want to take is to open up a business bank account. The main purpose for opening up a business bank account is to separate all of the business's income and revenue from your own personal income and revenue. It's very important that this separation be established and maintained, or you may be in danger of losing your current business structure status. The bank you will ultimately decide to open up an account with depends on your particular preference. However, there are certain documents you will need to have with you, and there are certain procedures you must follow. The documents that you must certainly have when applying for a new business account would be your articles of incorporation, your letter from the IRS that issued your EIN, and personal identification. Opening a bank account means that you are depositing cash or check into the account. Before you can deposit cash or check into the account, you must first fill out a deposit slip. This slip should normally be filled out before speaking with a bank representative. The slips are available in an easily accessible location in the bank. In most cases, when opening a new business account, the representative may fill out the deposit slip for you. In this lesson, we will view a sample deposit slip and fill it out together. This deposit slip is from Chase Bank. Be mindful that all deposit slips don't look the same, but pretty much have the same information written on the slips. The top left is where you will enter the date. For this example, let's enter 4/9/20. Right underneath the date, you will enter your business name. This is the same place an individual can enter his or her name as well. For this example, we will enter Divine Pizza Inc. Directly underneath, there is a section for you to sign, only if you are expecting to receive cash back after you deposit your money. We will not sign today. Right below is a section to enter your account number. This section would normally be filled out once you already have an account. Since you are opening a new account, the bank representative will fill out that portion. This bottom portion of the slip is where you will find the bank's routing number as well. The correct routing number will be provided to you by the bank representative. On the top right of the slip, you'll see options to check if the deposit is going into a checking, savings, or liquid account. Normally, when opening up a bank account, it is for a checking account, so we will check this option. Below these options is the section where you will enter the amount of your deposit. There is a section for cash. If you are depositing cash, this is where you will put the amount. Notice this row of rectangular boxes, a point, and then two remaining rectangular boxes. This decimal point separates the whole dollars from the cents. The whole numbers will be filled out to the left of the decimal, and the cents will be entered on the right of the decimal. For this example, we are depositing $500 in cash. So let's enter our amount in the appropriate area. $500 will go to the left of the decimal, and $00 will go to the right because we have no cents. The check section is where you will enter the amount of any checks you will be depositing. For this example, we will not be depositing checks, so we will leave that section blank. The total from other side section is where you will enter the amounts of cash and checks that have been recorded on the back of the slip due to lack of space to enter it on the front. The next section is where you will enter the subtotal of all recorded amounts, whether cash or check. For this example, we've only recorded $500 in cash, so our subtotal is $500. The cash back section is where you will enter the amount of money you are expecting to receive back after this deposit. This will not apply to us now. Now that all the amounts have been entered, we can write in the total amount deposited for the day, which is $500. Once the deposit slip is filled out completely, you will hand the slip and the other documents to the bank representative who has been assigned to your case. He or she will look over all the documents and approve the transaction once it is determined that all the information presented is sufficient. Next, you will receive a receipt of your transaction, a business banking folder that contains your documents and other information, and your business debit card. As we wrap up this lesson, consider the following questions. What documents must be presented when opening a new business account? Why would you need personal identification?
you work really fast? Do you provide your own cleaning supplies? Can you work around my schedule? Do you screen your workers? Can you clean my business too?
Okay, I don't need my husband anymore.